could ever witness. And being with the map picks we got Clubhouse for the start, we got Border for the second map, and then we have, I believe, Bank for the last one. And for both of the first two maps, we'll be seeing Envy go on offense. And talking about offense, Xavier will be banning Zafia, the operator that Hysterics have been using day and night and has been just absolutely demolishing Impetus Gaming in the previous match.
This is gonna be very, very spicy, and Envy going for a Blackbeard ban. They really don't want Producer Boom on the SR25. So if you guys were watching earlier, the quarterfinal, Producer Boom went absolutely ham on that operator. He destroyed Team Daddy, and that was a 12-4 victory, 6-3, 12-3, 6-3, 6-0. So now Envy's gonna ban Legion. That's a pretty decent ban here. You can mine a lot of the stairs and give you early warning, so they don't want to be hindered by that operator.
Yeah, Legion on Clubhouse is actually a very dangerous operator. So banning him would be a very substantial pick for them, since Envy will be going on offense for the first 5 rounds, whereas Xavier will be banning Vigil. Now I'm a bit unsure, because the choice of banning Vigil against Team Envy is, you would see it. We do remember Luna Metal playing on Vigil several times, and I believe that was also Ysera several times pulling out the Vigil card. But I don't think he is the core choice for the defense of Envy. So I'm not too sure what the Xavier did.
Look at this. Luna Metal on the Mountain. I am already so excited.
Yeah, Luna, for those who don't know, Luna is known for his Monty plays, but never mind, he will be switching over to Ying.
Oh, man.
Ibana, Dokubi, IQ, Buck, and Ying. So, I mean, for Church and Arsenal Room Ewok, I feel that this should be a fairly standard play.
There we go. I knew it. I knew it was gonna be. Whenever Luna Metal does the last second switch in the normal operator selection, you know he's gonna switch back to that. And Healthcare is actually gonna switch off from the Bandit, perhaps. 13 seconds left for him to decide. But oh my goodness, I cannot tell you how hyped I am to see Luna Metal break out that Montaigne, because we all remember what happened when Luna Metal brought that Montaigne to Montreal.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Definitely a force to be reckoned with during the Montreal plays. But can Luna Metal sustain that, you can say rank? The name of the big Monty player, the big man himself. Can he keep that up on the revamp Clubhouse? And what I'm quite interested, how will Lycolis play with his alibi? Because the newer operator itself,
10 seconds remaining.
Interested, to say the very least, to see what's going to happen. And Healthcare is prepped for that drop. He knows that drop is going to happen at some point, so he's full and ready. He will set up his trap. I won't be even surprised that there will be a gas grenade already pre-prepped, ready to go. Luna Metal actually, I think, does hear Red Sun, who is roaming around the construction area now that it's connecting the money room and the master bedroom. So that will be an excellent spot for the defenders to rotate around.
And looking at this alibi pick, I think alibi is really gonna work in this map. We saw alibi being picked on like Consulate and some other maps, but I don't think it was ever really successful. Oh no, Ysera! He turns off his drone right at the correct moment, but Red Sun trades him right back. Lycolis does lose his life though, so that is the alibi down. So now if they see any alibis, as I was just talking about how the alibi could be successful here, so now whenever they see any alibi, they will know, right, it is not the real life.
Here comes the big play. Yell is about to get savaged, ravaged, and destroyed by Hysterics with the Buck AR, and the Luna Metal managed to actually bait out. He managed to push in, so just like that, Envy managing to get the man advantage with 4 versus 3. Producers actually now on the newer garage
stairs,
storage stairs. No. Well, yeah, you could say blue stairs, yeah. Well,
See you on the
Revek
other
now
side.
busting open the very standard patch spots. Hysteric actually getting rid of what I believe was the standard camera as well with that bug.
Attackers dropped
And
the diffuser.
Smoke might actually, played by Healthcare, might actually utilize quite well that smoke grenade. And once again, Array playing with the MK14 suppressed. I'm not sure. Ooh, Hysterics might actually get something. Might actually get some going with, I guess, who does reveal his position.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Minute left. Ewok. What could happen?
Well, we have seen this push work for Envy previously
Attackers recovered the
with
diffuser.
Thermite actually when they open up the church wall entirely, but now they have a mirror facing that church wall. A mirror didn't exist when Envy went to Montreal, so they can't exactly use the strat that they used then wholesale. It's been almost 2 years, and Array is looking to drop right now from the hatch, and just 30 seconds left to go. This might be a smoke and hatch drop as well
They will
as push.
severely
Bomb located by
They
attackers.
severely need a Monty for this.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess the Monty would be one of the first to drop, or the Monty. Oh, Healthcare is gonna take the head off Hysterics, putting it back into a 3v3 scenario. How do you not see that? How do you not hit that? Array takes down Healthcare, and now the smokes are gonna be coming out in the last 12 seconds of the round. We do have, I believe, the Jaeger producer dropping in from the stock hatch. C4 goes out, doesn't hit anything from Lycolis. Hajin, and Producer Boom actually takes down Luna Metal, the Mountain, as he's facing the wrong way through the smoke. And Revek gets down from Hajime from the side as well, and is just up to Array up top. And he is gonna take a lot of damage. He's gonna deal a lot of damage as well. And now we're gonna have the mirror coming up for the flank. They do seem to have a flank drone, but Array is looking away at the wrong moment. Both of them have come up for the flank, and Array gets one. Producer goes down. It's just 1v1. He loses the fight, but there is enough time for Producer, for Hajime, and he's easily gonna get this diffuser disabled.
Defenders
Hold on.
disabled the diffuser.
Hold on by Hajime
Bomb
to
defusing attempt failed.
be able
Defenders
to
win.
flush this out, and although on a slither of health, still being able to go for the defuse. That was a bit of a risky play, to be honest, from Xavier. To go for a two-man push onto the same doorway. If Array's shots would have connected, that would have been good round, GG, easy, no re. But I feel that Array's suppressed MK14 nearly kind of screwed him over.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
that there was not enough damage. That was like connect 3 shots without the suppressor. That's it. Jaeger would have been gone.
Correct.
He would have need to wait for that mirror push. That's it.
yeah,
He would have gotten it.
we talked about this in the previous round, in the previous game, where Array showed off that Mark 14 on Consulate versus Impetus Gaming. Worked out fine for him there, but today, not really. I mean, not today. We can't really say today has been a failure for him with that suppressed Mark 14, but that round especially, you could kind of attribute it, as you said, to that suppressor, but also the potato with the SMG-12 onto the mirror later could not hit the head. He did hit the head on the Jaeger, but that was not enough.
Yeah, that was unfortunately just not enough. Just couldn't connect those shots.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
But
being defused by
nonetheless,
attackers.
round 2, and the second round out of 5 for Envy to go on their offense and show what they can do, what kind of damage they can pull off. And this time we'll be seeing a Money Room and Servers for the defense of Xavier Esports. And so far this seems like a very even fight, actually. Like
Yeah.
the trade-offs have been happening back and forth. You got that just consistent firefight happening on
10
the
seconds
go. But to me, it was kind of disappointing because Envy
5
had
seconds
the
remaining.
man advantage. They taken out the smoke, and
Attackers recovered the
Monty
bomb
just
diffuser.
pretty much
Attackers
let
moving out
the
to
Jaeger
locate a
just
bomb and
push
defuse
in,
it.
get him taken down. Like,
Yeah,
why though?
that smoke really worked against Luna Metal there on the Monty. He could not see what was going on. He did not know which direction to face. And, Revek and him both got down by that. Jaeger.
Yeah. But nonetheless,
So
I'm
you
interested to see what's the Maestro play gonna be.
You see this location where Lycolis is right now? It's not a very good location to play this, and I can tell you this because Team Liquid just played this position in, I think, day 1 of LATAM, and Ness played this for 2 rounds in a row, and every single time the attacker simply peeked that pixel angle and they won the fight. He could not, he could not win the fight because for some reason the top-down angle doesn't work as well as the bottom-up angle. Now Lunametal is going to be pressuring him, that Monty coming up strong, and Lunametal needs to remember how good he was with this Monty, and he needs to pressure Lycolis just at the right moment so that his team can help him out. Look at that, the shield bait coming out, and the Lycolis is trying so hard to fight, and Lunametal, this is why Cthulhu and I have been saying how good Lunametal is on this operator.
Yeah, that play was actually, that was pretty good. He managed to bait out the attention of Xavier. He managed to just sort out that fragger and delete him from the game. They let this set Lunametal, and that happened. 4v5 with halfway through the round, and Monty's already pressuring, as well as Thermite actually. Blasted open the wall into the service, so this might be the one. But now they need to get rid of Mira. Now they need to get rid of that peeking spot, because without that, the easy C4 will be just ridding Envy of any success.
Yeah, Lunametal needs to time this jump right. If not, Xavier are definitely strong enough. They're gonna time that C4 right. They're gonna take him down. He obviously needs to be facing the right way. But look at that, a grenade from Hysterics, and I believe another one is being primed from Ysera, and now Lunametal, now he goes in, but you can see the C4 comes out as I predicted, and Healthcare gets 2, Revek and Lunametal both going down together again, but Hysterics from this side, he's gonna get 1, he's gonna get 2, no, that's gonna be Array, and Ysera is gonna be finishing off the killing. Producer Boom goes down, Ysera with the AUG instead of the 5.52.
Yeah, you could say Producer's head went boom. From the headshot, that was a horrendous choke. I'm sorry. Anyway, 1-1 already, a draw so far, and this time it did seem that Lunametal did kind of his job at the start of the round. He managed to take out the Jaeger, who was roaming around the garage area. Managed to bait out the explosive, and from there it was just the role of the rest of his team for him to IGL his team first, and then for the rest of his team to actually go for the frags, because you saw that how Hysterics and Array nearly synced up on their kills, and Ysera just rolled in with the IQ just.
Yeah, I mean that was really well done, that attack, and actually I've seen a lot of arguments that the strongest bomb site is no longer Church and Arsenal room, but gym and bedroom or cache and security, and this is a very interesting development brought about by the rework of Clubhouse, as Cthulhu noted earlier on, the connection of cache and bedroom, as well as the addition of those blue the stairs leading into the blue hallway in the basement from the janitor closet. So these changes have actually made bar and stockroom pretty much unviable, and there's actually another change where they've cordoned off the pool room from the rest of the bar, and they've added a bathroom next to the coming in from the strip club door.
And also, I just want to point out, while looking at the chat as well, plugging the flankers actually with Lunar on Monty on the Clubhouse. Team name is Envy. Which year is this?
Yeah, you definitely
that is actually a good note.
And look at that interesting mirror placement we're gonna be seeing. Now, this was never possible previously. I mean, okay, it was possible, but you would have been staring out into the open air previously, and it wasn't really an effective mirror window. But now, it's gonna be very easily defended because the hatch, I believe, above has been rid of, I think, has been deleted from the map. That was a problem for... Yeah, that was a problem for defenders last time who wanted to play that, because the attackers could simply frag it or just peek it with their guns. And you can see that bathroom over there that I was talking about earlier on. Look, the hack is still there, so Producer Boom is gonna have to be careful that the buck of Hysterics doesn't open that wall, doesn't open the hatch, and takes him down with an easy shot.
call me confused with the decision of Xavier Esports not reinforcing the west wall, but maybe there is a bigger play behind it, because Maestro is actually standing on a very inconvenient spot, because I believe he's currently on the stairs. So if he will continue to stay on the stairs, if anyone even decides to go for the pre-fire onto the stairs, he'll be gone. Like, those Maestro Cam's evil eyes will be useless.
Did you see the hatch behind producer? Because it was already open, and I'm surprised Cryptic, sorry, I almost said Cryptic, Envy hasn't capitalized on it yet, because that hatch gives you a direct line of sight into where producer is standing. Look at that, look at that. Okay, Red Sun is going to be trying to contest it, trying to help out his teammate, but a frag grenade from Hysterics will end this very, very quickly.
Yeah, this could end very swiftly, but I think Monty at this point will be just gathering some info, or just opening up a spot for his teammates to peek, or at least just taking the attention, because even drawing the attention would help immensely. There's the, never mind, the move. He will be moving away from that hatch, realizing that some help might be required for his teammate.
Missed frag grenade from Yacero. There he's gonna be fighting Lycolis, and Lycolis is gonna win the fight right there. Xavier is new, but they definitely have the skill, and it's a man advantage in their favor with 40 seconds left to go. Luna Metal's Monty is still alive, however, and he has actually dropped down, and they're gonna try and funnel him into a corner, but Rebecca's gonna come up from the main stairs and take him down. Hysterics takes down Hajime as well, and he's actually gonna start going for the plant. Luna Metal just gonna keep Producer Boomer locked in that box of his, and Healthcare is gonna try and help him out, and look at that, Jaeger and Producer does manage to make himself free from that trap, but Luna Metal is gonna smash Lycolis in the face. Producer Boom does take down Array. Revek takes down Healthcare with the pistol. Producer Boom takes down Revek, and now he has to fight this Monty. And we all remember what happened in the Season 6 APAC LAN Finals. 5-5 against Irons. This very situation, except it was a 1v2 in the defender's favor. Monty with Luna Metal, too easy, and Hysterics just looks up, gets the call. Easy frag for him.
Yeah. No, that play by Luna Metal, just, I love how it ended up working, just drawing the attention of 3 players of Xavier. Like, him dropping down, the first thought in my head was, that's it, he's gone. Because when three defenders are trying to bully Monty, that usually doesn't end well for him. But you're seeing how Thermite just went in for the push, got Maestro off. That's the Evil Eye and the massive LMG out of the equation. And then all of a sudden the tide has changed. And then Luna Metal knifing what I believe was Jaeger.
Yeah.
That is another minus. Like, perfect plays. All you need to do was follow the damn trend, CJ.
Yeah, there was some basic mistakes, especially as you said about what that Maestro was doing. He was so tunnel visioned on that Montaigne and on that hatch that he didn't realize that Rebecca was coming up the stairs. And look at that, 2 6th picks coming on. Glass and Maestro, the new hidden operator. So if you're new to this format, you don't know how it works, well, the 6th pick is a hidden pick. Previously, all operators were hidden, but now they reveal your initial 5 operators that were picked. And then after that, you can or you cannot. It is up to you. You can change an operator out of the 5 that you have initially selected. But the defenders, the opposition team will not know if you have changed an operator or if you have not. And if you have changed an operator, they don't know what you have changed it to.
Yeah.
10 seconds to go.
Now this time we're seeing once again the attempt by Xavier Esports to defend the money and service. Will they be able to sort it out this time? Because now they know how MU will approach it. So they might be able to pull it off. The only difference this time is that instead of having the alibi, they'll have a Maestro play. So this could be potentially big. They do see that Evil Eye. So I would imagine that one of the grenades will be used to destroy, because the only person who has grenades and who is able to destroy that Evil Eye is Hysterics.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
So he will be actually quite viable for this push.
Laser Boom does reload his LMG in what must feel like an eternity to him. And he's playing a bit of an aggressive position, and it's a good position for that Montaigne to play. But not the Maestro to play, and the Montaigne is going to be pushing into the stockroom. He sees the open hatch below him. And like Colis now, he has a shield to keep him company to prevent the exact kind of push that he used against him in the previous round. Look at that, Lunamel's gonna try it again. But now that deployable shield is gonna stand in his way, and it's gonna make it a lot harder. And he's gonna have a crossfire set up as well from the window.
Ooh, Lunametal.
Oh,
what a shot. Nicely done. And despite that, again, Jaeger's out of the equation. The main player, the Jaeger, actually, the big fragger, the big boy, is out. So that is actually going to be a substantial win.
Bomb located by
Now, the
attackers.
only thing that they will need is actually get the W. Make sure to out Maestro out of the play. Because Maestro's evil eyes will be a bit of a pain when they're going to be pushing through that window.
Now Hajime is trying to fight outside the window, and I believe that oh no, he's not trying to fight outside the window anymore. There's no one there, but Monty on Luna, he's gonna push in very soon. He smokes off the hallway, but the counter smoke comes out from Red Sun, and Luna brings some of it in. And Hysterix is holding this tight angle that he got 2 frags from in the previous time he attacked his bombs. And Revek's actually getting the plant down under the cover of smoke. Yasera takes down Hajime, and Revek finally finishes off the plant. Healthcare does take down Hysterix. A 3v3 scenario right now.
Yeah, we do see Producer Boom actually going in for the kill. Takes out Revek, but Yasera will be responding over to Producer's run out. Now the fade out happening. 1v1 situation, Monty versus Bandit. Can he actually pull this off? We'll find it out in a bit.
He can't do it.
Tries to fade out. He can't do it. He just doesn't know what to do.
It's not happening. Not against Luna.
He's just going for it. He's just toying with his spray at this point. This is straight up bullying. Yep, and Lunametal will be finishing this off. The plays are amazing, and just seeing how masterfully a Lunametal can pull this off, it's just brings a tear to my eye.
Definitely does. I mean, this is peak Lunametal Montaigne, and it's very hard. He makes it look so easy. Look at that. He's 5 kills, and in 2 out of 4 attack rounds, or I think 3 of them, he has played Montaigne. So excellent job from Lunametal here, and he makes it seem so easy. But it's not. You have to be very, very patient when playing Montaigne. Know when to drop the shield, and know when that window of opportunity for you to kill that defender has gone away. So you have to extend your shield again. Know where to position yourself. You need extremely good map knowledge. You need extremely good knowledge of the angles that could be used against you, the ways that the defenders can try and work their way around you. And Lunametal, innately, he knows all of that. And you know, we're gonna have a 6th pick here, Bandit being selected by Healthcare.
So switching over from Ella to Bandit is I don't know, man. I feel that this is just gonna be the repetition of the previous round. Like if you manage to take out Montaigne early on through the round and
Defenders
keep
protect
the
your bombs
attackers
from being
at
defused by
bay,
attackers.
you win. Pretty much what won Envy the last round was Montaigne. Yeah, how he played. He managed to out Jaeger, played by Lycolis, and then he managed to pretty much outplay Healthcare, who did actually play fairly masterfully. He went for like a fair few baits, but Luna was just unstoppable in that regard.
Yeah, excellently done from him
10
right
seconds
there.
left.
And Lycolis is gonna take his team to
5
defend
seconds remaining.
Cash Room a third time. Now Cash Room, it's become one of my favorite dark sites on Clubhouse ever.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
This middle area that you have right now, it's not like a complete safe haven for the defenders, but it gives you a lot more freedom to rotate around and for you to play a bit off-site. And look at that producer boom, he's gonna open this wall looking into the garage and he's gonna place his barbed wire on the stairs as is customary.
Definitely. Now this time, what's interesting is that never mind. I was just about to say that Lycolis has backed out from the garage, but it seems that the man doesn't learn for now, at least.
Well, we'll see if he has learned or if he has something new up his sleeve, because I am sure Luna Metal is going to be making that exact same push yet again, and he's going to try win that duel yet again. But are we going to see some help for Lycolis? Because previously, you know, you can't have Red Sun smoke Luna Metal because you're gonna end up smoking Lycolis as well. You can't throw a C4 because you're gonna end up C4ing Lycolis as well. So there is a bit of a conundrum, and they had this evil eye. This second evil eye could make the difference for Xavier Esports right here.
Yeah, but I think we just heard the explosion of the hand grenade, so that might have actually taken out that evil eye.
No, the one near Array is still active, but he has spotted it out, unfortunately. And you can see Red Sun, he's trying to smoke out Luna Metal, but the moment Luna Metal gets close to Lycolis, that's it. Lycolis can't do... Red Sun can't do anything to help Lycolis. And look at that, Lycolis is just gonna sit there. And look, he peeks up, and Yasera takes him down. How is this working for, what, 3-4 rounds in a row? Come on. 3 rounds in a row.
Can we get an F in the chat? That was just... baited. Red Sun, meanwhile, actually managed to get a kill into Ray, and Luna Metal is finally out by Healthcare. Finally, Healthcare will be getting his revenge onto the Monty.
Oh, that's a good wallbang.
Yeah, 3v4, actually.
Not exactly
now
a wallbang.
In favor of Xavier.
Yeah, apologies, not exactly a wallbang. It's through the open wall. Looks like Luna Metal must have looked away at just the wrong moment, exposed part of his body, and that is a very tough task to realize where the angle is, especially when the wall is as open as it is. So very well done to Healthcare, and I'd say this gives Xavier a much better chance of winning this round now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Xavier definitely now have a much higher chance, because without that Monty there will be a much harder time to go for the plays. Healthcare gets spotted out, so 15 seconds on the clock. The wall is still not open, so they need to go for the big plays. They need to go for a roll with it. The Healthcare will be going straight for the peak onto Rebek. Now a 2v4 situation. Red Sun will be taking out Hysterics. Now up to Yasera, who's getting just gassed, and defenders will be winning the round by draining all
Operators, you have run out of time.
As Xavier managed to even it up back to 2-2.
So, as I said, as you said, as we have been saying, disable Monty and winning this cash defense becomes a lot easier. But now it's time for Envy to carry out their own CCTV cash defense. And let's see what kind of a setup we're going to be having Xavier bring to the table. Now he's going to have a Valkyrie played by Yasera on Envy's side.
Ooh. Valkyrie and Yasera should be interesting. Although, this time Producer actually will be going in and...
nope. Frost. This is a prize, Frost.
Actually, no. Yeah, Frost would actually work quite well if they can to deny the... Well, at least to deny the push through the window from the garage into the server. So it could work, but I mean, at this level of play, I'm doubting it.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
If Xavier will be able to pop open the wall or the window from the outside into the server, then pretty much the Frost formats will be kind of useless. But Producer might actually run into one, so this should be quite spooky.
So yeah, now we're gonna see how Producer's Montaigne compares to Luna Metal's Montaigne, and look at these placements of the bear traps. and these are actually going to be very, very difficult to fight against, because if you're going to put a player up on the catwalk and you're going to have the same Monty push done again, what will happen is that the Monty or someone behind him will need to take out that trap. And Monty can't look down, unshield, and take out that trap while he's being pressured by a defender on the catwalk. So this is a pretty decent idea that Envy has brought out. It's kind of countering themselves, but it's probably going to work because Producer is on that Monty now.
Yeah. Now I'm curious though with how the Producer played out with the Monty, because I mean, best thing, if he will be able to outplay the way how Lunametal played Monty, I'd be thoroughly impressed. But those frost traps should be, at the very least, interesting to see how they will be played out. Because for Ray to win this, to be able to get Monty on this push, he will need to bait him into trying to push over that shield. And because there is no sideline for shield, so for Producer Boom, if he would realize this at the right time, then it would be a problem. Oh, healthcare.
Oh,
healthcare. Oh no!
Ray does take down Producer Boom, so you can see how this, this setup. He actually got the Frost Mat, but I think, as I said, when trying to take down the Frost Mat, he lost his own life. So
Attackers have located a bomb.
Envy are going to be happy with that. They're going to be happy they got rid of the Monty. Yes, they lost the 3 speed with the assault rifle, but it's, it's fine, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, trading off a Monty versus Colas will be picking up a hit kill in Hysterics, but Revik will be straight out trading out. I like these trades. I like how even the firefight seems to be going on between Envy and Xavier.
Time to take
but it seems that Xavier are currently putting a bit too much of a utility and a bit too much of the manpower onto pushing the garage. Actually, Red Sun might actually be onto something.
Now Ysera does have a 9mm. It's got a pretty long barrel, but Red Sun is not going to be able to spot it, and Ysera is going to take him down. Takes a few shots in return, but it's only 25 HP's worth of damage, and unfortunately that smoke has overextended itself a bit, and we're going to have... Oh, but he's still going to see the foot of Revek, and Revek's going to take a lot of damage, and Healthcare is going to finish him off as he tries to stand up and run away. 2v2 scenario. Hajim is hurt, but he gets the shot onto Luna Metal. That's a headshot. Ysera takes him down, and he's down to less than 50 HP against a full health Glass. And he's going to have to take this fight, and unfortunately for Healthcare, he does have the diffuser, but Ysera is going to have to make his way back up, and they have a drone on him, and they can tell whether he's sticking the plant. It's 7-second plant. Easy for Ysera. That yokai drone.
Yeah. The yokai drone held, as well as Ysera. Ysera's aim was actually nice. He managed to go for a peek onto Doku, taking out the Ash, and then actually managing to time it right for Glass to be comfortable enough to stick the plant. But he won't get out of that planting if he would hear the footsteps. So that was the perfect timing by Ysera. Just mind-blowingly over high IQ plays.
Yeah,
right there.
You really
and yeah.
How you think? I mean, he timed it to perfection. He waited until he was 100 million% sure that Healthcare was committing to the plant, and he peeked right around the corner when the animation was playing from going off the diffuser to bringing back your gun up into ahead of your face. So yeah, during that period you can't shoot. It's a similar time period like when you're transitioning between the skeleton key and your C8 rifle, but that playing that animation window and just peeking at that timing, very smartly done by Ysera. He didn't have much health, and I think one shot at that range would have finished him off, but superbly well done. And the second yokai from Revek, just sitting on the side and just giving those pings, giving the information, helped him out so much.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
and I like the how Ysera just held himself. He just waited out. He didn't go for the straight out sprint to try to rush the the glass, so he didn't give away his position sound-wise that quickly. So I think, yeah, that was very thought out. I'm pretty sure that at this point, Envy had this planned out, had this prepared. Like they wouldn't go for just a frost pick just because we'll do it for the meme.
Left before insertion.
Yeah, they just thought out that frost pick very thoroughly. They knew that Xavier would try something similar because it worked so well for them, and you know that temptation is always there when you're playing, and they know that producer does play Monty fairly often, so it all worked out very well.
Definitely. And this time, Hysterics actually might be going in for the same spot how Xavier had it prepped, but this time the west wall is fully
Bomb
reinforced.
located by attackers.
And Healthcare does spot a cheeky castle behind the mirror window. He does confirm for his team and for himself that he is on a drone and thinks that he is all fully safe.
Attackers
This
have located
might be...
a bomb.
Oh, never mind. He's all out and now ready for the peaks, but I'm not too sure if he's fully covered on that spot. His legs might be actually, I think his legs might be sticking out.
Might be, but you know he's probably gonna see the attacker because there's a fencing there that you can see. You can see that fencing right there, and that's gonna prevent the attackers from getting angle from the north side to the south side where Ysera is. And they have to get a side angle. There, Ysera won't be visible to the attackers, but he is still very vulnerable to a frag grenade. Now, if they burn that ADS that he has next to him,
none of them have the frag grenades either way.
Yeah, they don't have the frag grenades, unfortunately. But if you know they had the frag grenades, like how Envy did just now with Buck, Envy didn't utilize them, but so it didn't really come to fruition, that plan, but it could have. Yeah,
definitely. And Producer might be actually going in for the push. He might try to replicate the success of his opponent, being Lunar Metal. See, where could this be going? Ooh, that's a whole lot of damage. And Monty will be going down. There's the Hysterics plays, and Producer will be going.
No, why did he just stand there? Why didn't he just fall off? I mean, oh, I see. The railing is there, right? So he couldn't fall off even if he wanted to. And Array does take down Red Sun, but Healthcare aggressively pushes in, takes down Hysterics, and takes a lot of smoke damage in the process. Lunar Metal headshots onto Lycolis. Hajime trades back onto Revek, and Healthcare is downed by the smoke. And Lunar Metal, final headshot with the Bandit. Hajime goes down. Oops. Not sure why that was a kill cam.
Yeah. Not too sure as well, but nonetheless, a match point of Team Envy over Xavier Esports. The team and the matchup that we were saying that will be just amazingly sweaty, and we are seeing actually Healthcare on 10 kills, Lunar Metal on 7, Ysera on 8, and just a whole lot of explosive action happening between the two teams. Now, can this be the last round of Clubhouse? Ewok. The Mira, Jaeger, Smoke, Bandit, and Elite pick for Church and Arsenal Room.
So let's just go back to before this Clubhouse rework came out. Team Envy in the entirety of APAC were undoubted champions on the old Clubhouse. They even beat Fnatic here 5 rounds to 0, complete whitewash on this map at the Season 7 LAN APAC finals. So they used to be really, really good, and this is the first time we're really seeing them on this new Clubhouse. And while the dominance isn't, you can't really say they're dominant just yet. It's just the first time we're seeing that. They are showing signs.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Definitely, they are showing signs and a promising plays by both teams. And it's definitely, you are seeing that Envy are sweating it like 100% out. They're not memeing, they're not playing for like top strats. They rolling out, they got all their cards out and on the deck. Now, what is interesting to me is that the choice of operators for Xavier's attack. a Thermite, Lion, Hibana,
10 seconds
King,
remaining.
and Dokkaebi. So what it says to me that it will be, you will have
5
the
seconds remaining.
escape tunnel popped open. You'll have the kitchen hatch open.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Ying charges,
Attackers'
Ying
objective
Kindle
is
is
to locate
in.
a bomb and defuse it.
You drop down, go for the plant while the Dokkaebi charge is going off and the Lion, both at the same time. And then from there you use another 2 charges. Well, I mean, charge each. A charge each to pick off any of the retakers.
Macaulay is gonna take a bit of damage, almost 40 HP, as he tries to cross and get that wall open. However, the bandit has placed his battery once again, and he's gonna be wary of that peek out from either the kitchen window or the main stairs window. It's gonna be a very, very scary proposition for him to open this alone, and he really should be having some amount of backup. And unfortunately for him, his team has not brought a Thatcher, nor have they brought anyone with frag grenades, so they cannot clear out the bandit and Echo that are playing inside of Dirt Tunnel. And he's gonna have to go onto his drone and possibly forget about opening up Dirt Tunnel.
Yeah, that is a very eloquent play though by Envy, as cutting off one of those pushing points would be a substantial win for them throughout this round. Whereas Red Sun is actually, they might actually go for using one of the Candelas to get rid of those bandit batteries. Now the problem would be is, Luda Metal, I think he spotted the barrel. Oh, there's gonna be the tunnel actually popped open, but the time has been wasted. So this will be at the very least, still a pushing
Bomb
point
located
open,
by
but at
attackers.
the very, very late point in time, which would mean for Xavier, they won't have that
Attackers
much
dropped the diffuser.
time
Attackers
to set up
recovered the bomb
their
diffuser.
final push. Meaning for Envy, that will be definitely a time advantage. The first Candela charge will be coming out, and Echo will be the one contesting the escape tunnel with the Sarah. Hajime will be picking up the first kill onto Array. Now a 4v5, outing the Jaeger.
Now Ysera is going to be fighting this Dirt Tunnel presence, but like Colis is going to take down Luda Metal, and that's a good frag. That's the Echo off the board, no more plant denial. Red Sun actually manages to win the fight against Ysera, and unfortunately the Lion EE1D, Ying Candelas, and Dokkaebi phone call are going to come out at the same time. Hajime is going to take down Hysterics. C4 goes out, Revek nails it to perfection, and unfortunately Diffuser is dropped in an awkward spot, but they're gonna retrieve it nonetheless, and Producer Boom walks right into Revek. Unfortunately Revek cannot clutch this, because Lycolis is waiting behind the boxes and peeks up using that mirror window. Through the smoke comes out Revek, an easy kill.
That looked promising for Envy. Revek nearly clutching the stop, but this time CCTV cash for Envy, and last time we seen they got quite close to losing it.
Yeah, it came down to Ysera.
Yeah, it came down to Ysera clutching this up as Frost. But this time it doesn't seem, at the very least for the first pick, that they will have the Frost for this one, because now that Xavier knows that how they might play CCTV, they might adapt for this.
Yeah, they might send someone else behind Montaigne to help him out, but it's still a very tough ask, because Montaigne has the shield, so even if he gets attacked from multiple angles, the Frost pick is going to come out again, and so it's hard to fight this unless you have some kind of explosive to take out those Frost mats beforehand, take out that deployable shield that is probably going to come out again, and the Frost mat behind the deployable shield. Because even if you send up someone behind him, you don't have to be focusing on that Monty all the time. You just need to know when he's dropping his shield, so you know if he's going to be a threat. Just watch behind him, and if someone tries to push up and take down those Frost mats, then you can shoot right back at them.
Looks like it's going to be quite a hurdle for Monty to go through with all of the shield and Frost mats. what Envy will need, because shutting down early on the Monty with the plays will be the crucial decision, let's say, for Envy. And then if they will be able from there to try to either shut down the Thermite or the Glass, that will definitely, that should seal the deal for them. Because outing the Glass from his peaks onto like even the smallest point will be a great pick for Envy. Whereas for Xavier, they will need to get rid of, first of all, the Frost Traps. Second of all, they will need to get rid of Revek and Xavier. From there, Lunar Metal will be slightly less mobile since he's a one-speed operator. So there's definitely a whole lot of ways for both teams to approach this round. And seeing as the first Thermite charge has actually already been popped open and used on the garage wall, that leaves with
a bomb has been located.
Not that much of a flexibility for breaching for Xavier, apart from
attackers recovered the diffuser.
How did he get his echo down there?
Not exactly too sure, but it's gonna be working for Rev right now. You can see the Glass is trying to get that pixel angle onto him, and he takes a lot of damage and gets downed as well. And unfortunately for Envy, he's gonna get picked back up outside. Red Sun meanwhile has taken down a Ray, and he's just playing the exact same location he did the last time he got things out. Now Hajime is going to be trying to open up that mirror window, and unfortunately for Envy, his presence here is going to be completely gone. That's going to allow Producer Boom to take out that barricade with just a bit of health, lost 50 HP. They still have the Echo Drone, however, to give them the information that they need.
Attackers bomb.
You know, Hajime is actually going to be going in for the push. Red Sun will be taking the hysterics out of the equation, making it a 5v3 and heavily making it in favor of Xavier. Rabbit will be trading out Red Sun, finally outing the Dokkaebi, but Lunar Metal will be taking down Hajime as well. That's Ash out of that as the C4 that won't be reaching the push.
Oh,
that was not
no,
the right idea for Revek.
Oh, Lunar Metal does actually get the shot onto the Glass through the smoke. Producer Boom. Oh no, now it's Lunar Metal fighting against his own favorite attacking operator. And this, you know, this is so unfortunate, because he knows exactly how frustrating and how hard it is to fight, and Lycolis is gonna finish him off. It's 5-4, one more round and we'll be going to overtime.
Indeed. And the way how this has been going, I'm guessing the Costas Curse is in effect. Because match point so far with 2 rounds where Envy could have won, and for them, like, they just seeming to be slightly choking, unfortunately for them. But Revek on 9 kills, Lunar Metal on 9. I mean, Revek on 8, Lunar Metal on 9, Hysteria on 8, Hysterics on 6, Array on 5. Whereas Healthcare is on a whopping 11 kills, and so far, very impressive play. And seeing as where Xavier I'm lacking in the personal play, they very much compensate with the team play. The way how instead of having just the Monty try to bait out the Jaeger, they had Monty and the Glass go for it. Where, well, this time they nearly lost that Glass mid-firefight. But nonetheless, having them go for a 2-man push rather than just a 1-man push, and letting the Lunar Metal secure that kill, that was well played, I'd say. Poor Ray just had nothing. He couldn't escape.
Yeah, you're saying? Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
Well, Nick is gonna abandon his Echo and go back to his comfort pick of Valkyrie, using that as his 6th pick. So he's gonna bait out the presence of an Echo, and we have an IQ who's gonna work well against both the Echo and the Valkyrie. So not much needed to be done for Xavier here. They're not gonna be at too much of a loss. They might not figure out that they have Valkyrie cameras, but if the IQ has a presence of mind to sweep the area before she starts pushing the site with her team, then, you know, maybe the Valkyrie cameras will be taken down.
5 seconds.
Now, we will be seeing stairs potentially setting up the very same spot where Zero used to hang around outside of office. And this could actually be the combination that they used before. Lunar Metal will be actually going for the final preset. Just waiting for the last moment. He does spot the IQ who manages to go for the Valve cam. He does spot it. Like Colas does see the reinforcement and will be seeing what could be happening. Healthcare this time will be rappelling up once again and popping open the hatch into the logistics office. And there might be could be the push through the server, seeing as they're dedicating that many drones to push through and to scout ahead. That could be the way for them to go, but you can't be sure just yet.
Now, Producer Boom once again on that Monty. He cannot exactly decide just yet where to go, but look at this Valkyrie camera. It's going to be relaying incredible amounts of information to defenders, and that's going to be very helpful. But Envy will still need to capitalize on the information, and with the way that we have seen Xavier play recently, I don't think it's going to be that easy for Envy to use the information as well. Now the frag range is going to probably come up from Red Sun and take down those bandit batteries and possibly even that shield.
I like how ballsy that move by Castle was, just to go right in and just reinforce that with the castle barricade. That was ballsy.
Now Revek is going to be coming up against this Monty as well as the Ash behind, and Hajime is going to secure the kill. Takes quite a lot of damage, down to less than 25 HP, but you have a Sploot, you have that R4C. Array takes Red Sun down, and Lunar takes down Healthcare. Goes for a dump out now even, and now the Monty is actually inside. Nightcrawlers does take down Array. Unfortunately, that Monty is proving to be a thorn in the side. But Hysterics takes down one. Producer Boom finally gets taken down by Lunar Metal. No more repeat of that Monty play from the previous round. And Hajime on 25 HP and a dream to push this to overtime for Xavier. He hears the movement.
Yeah, he does see the castle. 2v1 situation, 20 seconds on the clock. And Hajime is very low. A simple, burst from the Vector would seal the deal.
15 seconds to go.
Oh wow! He shot out the C4.
Sniped that C4 out of the air, and the diffuser is nowhere near him. And Hysterics is gonna finish things off. Almost got shot as Hajime turned the corner, but manages to stay alive and secure the kill onto Hajime instead.
Very well played. As we will be also witnessing the elite animation of the Valk, and Envy nearly lost that, to be honest. They nearly went into the overtime, which would not have been preferable for Envy and would have been a very fortunate play for Xavier. But unfortunately for Xavier, they will be losing this map, and we will be moving on to, I believe, Border.
Yeah, the second map is gonna be Border, and we're gonna have Envy on attack as well.
Yeah, Envy on attack on Border. I feel that Border will end up being in an overtime. Seeing as how Xavier got close this time, I feel that this might be going into the third map, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely think that this could go into the third map. That challenge that Xavier gave to Envy on Clubhouse just now. Yes, Border is a strong map for Envy, but also, if you remember what happened at the Invitational Qualifiers, which was the previous major qualifiers, if you guys remember when Fnatic was Mind Freak. Cthulhu, do you remember what happened on Border?
On Border, I don't think I do.
Well, let me remind you and the viewers who might have forgotten, it was a 5-0 in favor of Mind Freak. So that was when Mind Freak had Kings on the team instead of Neophyter as well, and absolute bloodbath. So we have seen Envy show weakness on that map. They aren't as strong on Border as they used to be on Clubhouse, on the old Clubhouse.
Yeah. So, you reckon this will go to Xavier with a much more ease?
A bit hard to say will, but it
There's a good
definitely
chance.
could. There's a very good chance, and especially now that this is border, I think there's a higher chance than usual. And we'll be getting back into the game right now. Map number 2, guys. It is border. If Xavier tie things up here, we'll be going to bank.
Yeah. And let's take a look at the bans, because this will be interesting. How will this play out? Because if Xavier will play their cards right, and they ban the right operators, then that will be a big thorn in the backside for Envy. And the ban of Zafia, yeah? Okay. I might be just sold on that, because outing the Zafia play from Hysterics, was it Hysterics? Yeah, it was Hysterics. Yeah. Would be quite a big one, because we did see how Hysterics played on the previous map, and that was some impressive stuff. I mean, not the previous matchup, pardon me.
Yeah, I mean, and we have seen, on border, Hysterics bringing those Zofia impact grenades from below and disabling the half-wall player, or disabling the player trying to bandit trick that west side double wall to deny the thermite or the Hibana. So that's a very strong operator off the board, but Hysterics has shown himself to be equally as proficient in playing Buck. So that is probably what we'll see from him later on. Lion was banned from Envy, and they're going to follow it up with Ella. They know how much Xavier likes to play this operator, even after her nerfs from when she was originally launched. She had 2 nerfs, and now she is in a pretty decent place, in my opinion.
Yeah, she does seem to be quite balanced, but nonetheless, her gadgets are quite nice. And Xavier will be banning Vigil for this one, which is once again, I'm a bit unsure on that pick, but maybe I'm just not seeing the full picture just yet.
Well,
Envy will be going on offense, and let's see how this will play out.
Wait, what am I seeing? Ysera on IQ and Hysterics on Ashe?
Yeah, about that.
Ysera is the Ashe player in all of APAC, in my opinion, the best Ashe player here, but we haven't seen too much of an Ashe from him today. I think just one round where we saw the Ashe played out. So very interesting choice that Hysterics is going to be going on to the Ashe. Is he going to be swapping over to the Buck in the 6th pick? We will have to see, because even with Ashe he can do the same thing, disable the half wall, but he won't need to, because they're going to be going on the attack of the ventilation workshop.
Yeah, and actually picking a castle instead of Maestro would seem to me as well that it's a rather safe pick for Xavier, because Maestro at the moment from what I've seen within APAC, is still a bit of that kind of wild card. Teams haven't managed to fully explore all the possibilities. He's still considered kind of a new one, and there's still a variety of combinations that you could use the Maestro with. So seeing that would, it doesn't really bug me that much. But on the contrary, though, picking a bulletproof camera though for his castle, that is a new and spicy.
5 seconds remaining.
Very interesting. I believe that's the first time we are seeing in Southeast Asia, and I'm sure even in the rest of APAC it's one of the rare times we're seeing a bulletproof camera, especially when it's in place of the impact of the castle. Castle's impacts are very, very strong. He's got a nice UMP-45, and those impact grenades allow him to get a nice rotation off. And not sure whether Envy is going to be expecting to be attacking onto ventilation workshop first, but they're going to have to take control of 2nd floor nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely. But what could probably give it away is that the way how it's pre-set up, like the whole wall into the armory is fully popped open. Like, you wouldn't really go for that unless there wouldn't be anywhere to plan on, because having this much of a sideline would primarily allow more the
Oh,
attacker.
Yasera's gonna go for that frag. He's gonna go upstairs. He's gonna try and frag Red Sun, who's playing the sandwich right now. He sees that there's... I don't think there's an ADS. You can see he wants it. He's gonna drone it out. He spotted this location. And I was talking about it early on when Xavier played Daddy on border. Why he didn't go for that. Oh, unfortunately his drone just dropped down. But he now realizes that he's not playing in the sandwich anymore. And it's not easy to frag. But he's gonna try nonetheless. The frag grenade does go in and he does hit sandwich. But Red Sun isn't there. He defaulted back to fountain. Behind him the wall is gonna be open. He's gonna be flashed. But there won't be any capitalization by Envy just yet. And Hysterics, he's gonna try and push, but that, ooh, the wall bang comes out from Hysterics. But Red Sun with that smoke canister denies that push just for a second. Unfortunately, he isn't ready for Array. Array downs him, Hysterics picks up one and the second one onto Lycolis as he comes to try and assist. Producer boom! Oh my god, Hysterics is on fire. Red Sun is still down. So that's a 3k for Hysterics already, and Array is going to be probably finishing off that kill. Healthcare might be looking to try and get a pickup onto Red Sun, but I'm not sure if Envy realizes it. They are going to now that the bomb site is completely clear, and you can see the default happening. It's going to leave one member upstairs, and allow him to deal with any possibility of a revive.
Definitely. Now Red Sun will actually
Attackers have
be
located a
bleeding out.
bomb.
And Healthcare will be 1v4ing this. He won't be dropping down through the hash, so technically, in theory, all that Envy needs to do is just push into the objective and go for the plant. That will be the case though. Revik does go for it. And Healthcare will be now peeking onto the Ash, taking out Hysterics out of the equation. Now in a 3v1. Mirror window has been popped open. Can he manage to pull up a mad 1v4 clutch? He goes for the pre-fire, but oh my lord, he just can't withstand all the siege, and Xavier will be taking him out of the game, securing the first round into the hands of Envy.
Envy starting off strong here, and that's a very, very strong roam clear, and a lot of it has to go down to the way that not just Hysterics got the kills, but how Envy as a whole team approached that attack. You could see as they pushed in from the east side, Ysera and Array, Hysterics came in from the L hallway, so that pinched Red Sun, and that allowed Hysterics to get those 3 kills and allowed Array to get the kill onto Red Sun as well. So very well done. It's a complete team effort. I know it looks on the scoreboard, it looks like, oh, it's all Hysterics, he got a 3k, and you know, Array only got 1, blah blah blah, but that was all team play.
That was definitely an all team play, because getting out that smoke and forcing him to push back towards the archives was a very well played idea. And a Luna Metal on Ying, that should be interesting to say at the very least. But the choice of Producer Boom onto Maestro with Armory Lockers,
I think it can work.
Could be interesting. Yeah, it could work. It could work, especially if you could technically chuck it into the offices and use it to prevent the, let's say, the breach.
Correct.
The thermite, or just straight up harass the attackers.
Yeah, they've only brought 1 hard breacher, have Envy, and you know, if Maestro can even get 1 of those exothermic charges, then it will be a huge boon for Xavier Esports. But we're gonna see an expanded fountain hold from Xavier. It's gonna be very interesting to see how Xavier turns this around, hopefully. And Producer Boom is kind of struggling where to decide to place his first evil. He placed it down just now, picked it up, and now he's gonna place it down again. Okay, he's gonna provide that extra battery here for these 2 balls in fountain. And that setup is going to deny that easy push really well. And we have seen time and time again with other teams, you know, with this setup, if you put like a 3-speed behind that mirror window, he can be so devastating.
Definitely. And what is interesting to me is how Lunamato is already on the stairs. He's already there and posted up, ready to wreak some havoc. But yeah, as I was about to say, what is interesting to me is that the whole CCTV vault is open. But you would have only a wild bandit standing around the mirror window. You wouldn't have, let's say, a maestro trying to expand the reach while you're using the evil eye on CCTV. Let's see, just safe play.
Healthcare really wants to make that run on happen. I believe one of the attackers, I think that is Revex, he is on his drone outside the hallway. He's down off his drone, but if Healthcare had made the run out, he could have gotten that thermite just dead to rights because there was no rappel on the west balcony.
Bomb located by attack.
And Revex now will be finally popping open the wall with his thermite charge, so that is full on up and ready to go. But at this point, it will be Maestro's actually work to see if he can get something going, because the Candela charges and the smokes are going to be, oh yeah, fine and dandy. There won't be any attackers, but the Evil Eye is still going to be there. So if either IQ or Ash won't be able to take it out early on before the push, it's going to be a whole lot of problems. And there we go, as like I mentioned before, there's the grenade. Usable will be losing his Evil Eye and at the armory lockers. Now the only one that is left is in the offices, but the office, I don't think there will be any office push. Icolas will be instead putting up some, using the very same spot that Ash made to see if he can hold out from below.
This could work out very well for him because he's going to be able to catch anyone trying to come in from that thermite hole that has been made, but the plant is going to be going down. Nope, it's just going to be the KV on the drone, and they've sent out the call once again. The C4 comes out, doesn't really work out, and oh, Lunamel does take the damage from below. He's going to go for the half-wall mirror player. He's going to send out another one of his Yin Candelas. This is how it's done, and he just pre-fires into the small office, very confused to not find anyone there. Redson comes from behind. Hysterix gets 2, but he's traded back by Lycolis. 2v2 post-plant scenario. Revek and Array with full health. Array's DMR is going to do a lot of damage, but so is this LMG. Unfortunately, Lycolis doesn't have full health, and he's going to get downed by Revek right here. And Producer is actually going to be able to pick him up. 50 HP. Unfortunately, as I was saying, the LMG is going to put in so much work, and the defuse is actually going down. Array needs to make it happen, and he can't. Producer with the LMG and ACOG, he is going to get the crash. And that Mark 14 once again with the suppressor not doing enough damage as it should have.
He's got to lose that that suppressor, man. That screwed him over so many times. Poor Array just can't seem to get the hang of it. But yeah, I mean, that was a promising start. They managed to down the Jaeger, but couldn't emphasize on finishing him off, because Ravik could have actually finished him off. There was he could have shot the leg. Maestro was not there peeking, so it nearly worked. It nearly worked, but Envian was unable to read that point, and fortunate for Xavier, that was where they managed to exceed. Nonetheless, a customs and supply room will be the choice for the defense of Xavier for their third round of defense, and a choice of Echo for this one. That will be the, I would say, the wild card from all of that.
Interesting, they aren't going to try and defend Ventilation Workshop again, because that is usually considered the secondary bomb site, and Customs is usually the tertiary bomb site on this map.
Yeah. Definitely.
No 6th pick gonna be coming out from either side in this round. Unfortunately, that means both teams will know all of their opponents' operators, but they won't know if any of those operators have located a bomb out. The thing about the 6th pick is, though, that when you send your drone into the bomb site, you can pretty much get an idea of exactly who the defenders have brought. So you can actually tell that, oh yeah, they have an Echo, they have a Mirror, they have a Jaeger, and blah blah blah. You can tell by the gun sound as well. You don't even need to have visual confirmation of which defender is where. So I think the 6th pick doesn't work out as well as it does for attackers compared to defenders, you know?
Yeah.
attackers do get a leg up because
Attackers are heading out
until
to
you
defuse the
scan
bomb.
the attackers or you hear their guns fire, you don't know.
Yeah, definitely. And now we will be seeing actually Rumetal going in for potentially the same thing that was it the Sarah who initially went for the frag grenade in the first round. We'll be spotting that smoke. Just keeps on continuing his prep, and he does hear the repel sound, so he might actually be caught off by the. Oh, there's the grenade. He does take out Red Sun, so that actually could put him into the very right position to get naded by that Buck. But I don't think that actually might be happening. Buck will be instead using the peak point. Oh wow! Red Sun.
What on earth? He takes so much damage, down to 5 HP, but he does manage to get the kill onto Lunar Metal. That is absolutely incredible. Very, very good reactions from him. He predicted exactly what the Buck was going to do. Came out on top. Now he might be getting reset. There is enough time for that to happen. But so far, nothing yet.
Nothing yet indeed. And Revik will be now going in for the drone. He does spot the Wild Smoke, who is still very low on health, and a single grenade could seal the deal.
The bomb diffuser.
But that is if the attackers can't get any close enough, because Lycolis is already there covering his teammates back and covering that doorway. Already more than half of the round is gone, and only now Revek will be using his thermite charge to bust through towards the objective area.
Now you can see they have a sight line from above looking down below, but there is no one actually doing that just yet. Oh, Hysterics gets one and Array gets another, and suddenly it's a man count in favor of Team Envy, despite it looking the other way for a while now. And Revek's gonna go into the smoke. Ysera and Lycolis are felled. And unfortunately, Revek, how do you get that shot onto Lycolis through the smoke? Predicts the location of that Jaeger. Healthcare does take down Revek, however, and he takes a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Hysterics is superior with that pistol, and now he's gonna have to play this very carefully. He's gonna try and probably go for the plant. Nope, he doesn't know where this mirror is, and unfortunately for him, if he goes for the plant, he's gonna get spotted out and easily fragged. And unfortunately, Hajime positioned himself perfectly and takes him down.
Yeah, that was actually very well played by Hajime, just keeping it just slow and steady. Managed to cut down the distance and taking out that just mid-range.
Look at that.
Mid-range distance for Hysterics' what was it?
R4.
Just preferable distance. Yeah, R4C. Yeah, Hysterics actually on 7 kills, whereas the rest of a whole lot of 3 players. Yeah, 3 players on 1 kill. But yeah, so far Xavier actually looking way more prepared for this one, but the flick from Red Sun was absolutely nuts.
So let's see what Envy has to answer on the second attempt at attacking Ventilation Workshop, and how Xavier perhaps have changed their defense of this bomb site. Previously, they couldn't really hold on to it, and it was a pretty strong victory for Envy, but hopefully Xavier have changed things up and can show us something better. Because they have got the lead right now, and I believe this is the first lead they have had in the entire match, and that's gonna help them with the confidence. They can feel right, we can take Envy. They are the best team in Southeast Asia, so what? I don't care.
Yeah. And with that in mind, actually, having that lead would definitely give them a morale boost.
10 seconds left
as well as for Envy, that will be quite a problem right now.
5 seconds left before insertion.
Seeing as the play is not exactly working. Ray continuing his reign. Well, not reign. It's Suppressor continuing the potato reign, unfortunately. And Yeah, apart from that, this does seem that Xavier just have things nailed down. They have studied and done their homework on the border. And would just be all primarily all up to their wits and ability to rotate and to get the trades done.
So it looks like Healthcare wasn't really happy with that fan. He wants to stay hot. And he will stay hot. Oh, Sarah almost gets taken down by Lycolis. He does get Luna Metal by Lycolis, but Ravek is there to take him out. Luna Metal, the casualty, once more trying to open up this east side wall into offices, and good peek from Sarah. He takes down Red Sun. Red Sun is not going to be doing anything more in this round.
Yeah, I mean, this early in through the round to have the man advantage in a 4v3, that is pretty well played. And trading out a buck for a smoke and a Jaeger, I'd say that's still a trade in favor of Envy in that regard. But can they find healthcare? That is the bigger question.
Well, they
because
know
if Xavier even goes, yeah, they know he's there, like he's somewhere around. But if even the Xavier goes for the flick, he can, yeah.
Oh,
there's the peak.
No way.
There's the peak that I was talking about. Healthcare is now in a whole lot of trouble because he's getting locked out. There we go. He's being attacked by Ray, who's finally got this kill with a suppressed MK14. And
the angle grip as well.
And angle grip. Well, I mean, angle grip is probably the better choice.
Yeah.
Than MK14. But nonetheless, yeah. Finally, Ray will be breaking his curse. Whereas Producer actually taking out Ravek out of the equation, but Vermite has primarily done his job. So
where was that kill from? Because
over there,
yeah, we can. Yeah. You can see where the diffuser has been dropped near the desk in the hallway leading in from the bathroom. So he was probably trying to get that bathroom wall open, and now NB will have to push in through the doorway. That's gonna make things a lot harder because they're going to be going up against two very tanky operators, 3 armors, and that pea shooter without MK14 with the suppressor is not really going to do them a lot of favor.
Yeah. Now this time will be used because drone will be used to go for the peak. Oh my lord, the quick fire from Array will be nutty.
10 seconds to go.
7 seconds. They need to go for the plan.
5 seconds left.
The Yusera will be sorting this out and taking out Hajime out of the equation, bringing the score to 2-2.
So Mira actually, if she had gotten headshots, she could have made this clutch happen, but she only got body shots, and at that range, that Vector SMG isn't really powerful. It's pretty much, it's one of the poorest guns at range, and it fires so quickly and it starts kicking so wildly that you eventually start missing the rest of your shots as well. So he tagged up the players about 20 HP each, but that was all he could do.
Yeah. And just like that, this seems like that Envy also did some of their homework and as well as managed to adapt to how Xavier play, at least on upstairs. And because the downstairs push seemed just like, yeah, we know that they're there. We know that the last 2 players are probably on the objective. Just YOLO it. They YOLO'd it, and that's the win. So maybe that mixture of being a wild card as well as just knowing what is happening on and studying the strats is probably the reason why Envy were able to pull this off.
Defenders,
on the last round.
Bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, Producer Boom and his team are going to try and defend Ventilation Workshop. Yet again, they have been unsuccessful the previous 2 times, and well, let's see how they change the defense, because they've been relying a lot on this Red Sun roam upstairs.
I mean, with Red Sun's ability to just flick like that, it was like you couldn't really contest that
10 seconds remaining.
For a fair few times. So with him being able to outplay at the very least 2 players of Envy, that is something that you can even brag about.
Attackers recovered the defuse. Attackers protected them
So-
from locating a
He's
bomb.
going to be setting up an identical window here, and they're still bringing Producer on the Echo. Healthcare is going to be bandaging the wall behind here. Red Sun facing that barbed wire, so pretty much exactly the same thing. And this time, Lunar Metal, hopefully when he opens that wall, he doesn't die first thing.
Hopefully for him he won't die, but Lunar Metal actually, yeah, he will be going in for that pref, whereas Dokkaebi is already actually peeking that hole at the east hallway, where that leads to the armory where Lycolis and Healthcare are actually based on. Xavier will be using his freeze drone to get ahead and get some knowledge on what is happening. Does take out that Jaeger. just for the measure of it.
I mean,
why not?
Yes, he has seen my drone, so might as well do something to him. So 10 HP off from Lycolis, but not gonna affect him too much. And Red Sun is there, but this soft wall could end up being quite a bit of a problem for both sides, depending on who peaks and who starts holding the angle first.
Yeah, and Lycolis just keeps on being harassed by the Twitch drones. That was actually the second one gone, so now it is all up to Twitch's F2 to handle the firefights. Revek will actually be full-on ignoring the upstairs hole and seeing if he can cause some damage from below onto the reinforced walls. But I would imagine that that is actually an interesting position that Healthcare is holding as well.
A bomb has been
So that
located.
middle window, I think it seems to have been opened up. So Ysera definitely did enough work with one of those Twitch drones, and that's why Healthcare is staring directly at it.
Yeah. Now Ysera will be now assisting Revek's push. As it seems that Envy just decided, yep, well, there's 3 defenders downstairs. Let's just go for the push downstairs. Let's see if we can pressure from there. So it feels that Envy are going for the same approach how they did with the Impedus, where they just find the probing ones. And Ravy, they finally use the pea shooter. Lunar Metal finally takes out Lycolis, who will be attempting to go for the push. And just like that, like the defense is crumbling apart. Revik is already going in for the plant. Xavier picks up a kill on 2. Healthcare, and now it is all up to Red Sun, 1v5, well now 1v4 situation as he takes out Lunar Metal out from the round. His phone is still on ringing and the planner has been already put down. A quarter of the timer is already gone. And the pixel peaks will be coming out. Revik will be sealing up the deal. Red Sun will be down and out, scoring Envy yet another point in this matchup and on this map, making it 3-2 in favor of Envy.
So Lunar Metal simply cannot win against Red Sun, can he? He must be feeling a bit frustrated, like, god damn, this Red Sun again. Just a bit, not enough to throw him off his game or anything, but he'd be like, Red Sun again, really? Why can't I win it? Even when it's a 5v1, I can't win this.
Even when it's a 5v1 indeed, but nonetheless, we will be switching over to the Envy defense. Producer will be picking Montagne and a choice of Blackbeard this time for Red Sun, who has been showing quite a interesting, quite a good potential at fragging. So bringing Blackbeard to the table is definitely going to be a big up for him. Revek will be switching over to Valkyrie and Producer going in for the Ying plays. So this should be spicy.
This is very interesting. You can see Revek called Producer's bluff that Montaigne on this side, no, it's not really going to happen, not in today's meta. And Legion is very well equipped to deal with any shield, and he still swapped away from the Legion because he probably suspected that Producer would be switching off to another operator, and Producer did exactly that, going over to the game.
So now it's rather a question, did Envy read the switch right? Or would it be rather a win by Xavier with the 6th pick? Because we did see Producer play Ying a fair few times. And Xavier haven't been that much flexible on their operator choice. So you could technically predict on what they what they're going to be picking.
Attackers have
Whereas
recovered their
for Envy,
Attackers are
seeing
moving out
them
to
rotate
locate
the roles
hostage.
from time to time is actually quite amusing, at least to myself. This does involve an element of surprise when you're trying to counter-strike against Envy, at least with the 6th pick.
So you can see that deployable shield that the Valkyrie has placed instead of the C4, that doesn't usually work when there's a glass on the team, and he can smoke out that, you know, that big gap between the fountain door, and he can smoke out the door and look at the pixel angle between the shield and the wall and take down the player behind the deployable shield. But now that there's no glass, that shield's just going to be that much more effective.
Yeah. There goes the peak, and instead he just reads in onto that droning. He does know what is up. That's something he uses his head with that pre-fire from Hysterics. Will be now as slightly trapped. He will need to see if he can bail. He will be going in. Oh my lord! He will be getting the kill onto Red Sun, shutting him down fairly early through the round as well. Nicely done. Honestly, that was very well played. The next person that Envy will need to out from the round will need to be like Cole is, seeing as he is the next up and coming big fragger. But it seems that Jaeger's lifetime will be expiring very soon, with healthcare holding the angle up above.
So Hysterics has to be careful of the way he's going to approach this, because there's a Claymore that's going to stop him, and there's healthcare as well, but none of them are looking his way at the current moment. And that means that this flank, if Hysterics times it just right, could work out really well. But Healthcare has turned his rifle back in his direction, and he's going to be expecting that. And he doesn't have the luxury of doing that towards the end of the round. So right now he can still turn around and wait for that flank, but there's going to be a point in time where they will have to turn around and push the site. And like Polish is actually going to get flashed by his own teammate, unfortunately. And the smoke is going to come out and deny that push into that big doorway. So even the Lunar Metal was flashed, didn't work on it. Hysterics going to use central stairs to rotate instead. And now this is probably going to be the end of Lunar Metal. No, Lunar Metal with the C4. Hysterics has gone Hajime. Revek is like Polish. Healthcare traded one onto Hysterics, but it is a 4v1 scenario. Healthcare has to get this, and he can't. Array is going to shut him down, peeking out from Archives, and Envy go up 4-2.
Indeed, just like that. This is, I absolutely like how Envy ended up just reading in on what is happening. Did Array just get reported by Clean Theater?
Wait, sorry, what? Coco, I know you're jealous of Revex, you know, Array and Revex and the rest of Team Envy, but Team Valor is gonna have to wait a little while more to even get into Challenger League first, my friend.
Oof, the roast's already coming in onto poor Coco. But shout out to Coco though.
Yeah,
he's been doing an amazing work with the camera.
Yeah, I mean, Coco Wolf from Team Valor, go give him a follow on Twitter if you like. He's a great player as well, and a really great guy. Decided to help us out with observation at a very short notice. Now, 6th pick going to be coming out from Array, Mute to Castle. And Bathroom tell us. This is.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to expect from this actually.
This could work out really well for Envy because, and I say this because Bathroom Tellers is a site that Southeast Asia shuns heavily, and pretty much everyone shuns except for the
Envy.
French. No, except for the French.
To locate and defuse
Yeah,
bombs.
if you watched last week's Coupe de France,
Attackers have located a
Coupe
bomb.
de France, however you pronounce it in French, I'm sorry if I'm murdering the pronunciation. Yeah, but they always preferred, you know, Millennium, Vitality, Supremacy, Market. They all preferred to go to Bathroom Tellers more than Custom Supply. And Millennium has been doing this since last season when they beat Pentasports 5-2 on this map. beating Pentasports here was
10
a huge,
seconds remaining.
huge achievement, and it did it by defending Barking Tellers twice.
5 seconds
so
remaining.
they are the ones who really popularized this pick, and you can see that
Attackers recovered the
I do think that
Attackers are
Envy has
heading out
taken
to defuse a
inspiration from
bomb.
the hold, and let's see if Xavier
Bomb
knows
located
how
by
to
attackers.
pick that hold apart or not.
Yeah, this should be very interesting because from the way how at the moment the defense is set up, you would think that Envy could have gone, let's say, Vent and Workshop. They could have gone just anywhere. Even they could have gone even towards the customs, but yeah, it would be rather a question of how can Xavier read in. Lycolis actually does spot it. Lycolis knows. They now know what is happening. Oh, there's this.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
And this spot, I discovered that this is C4able in this very same tournament, the French tournament, Coupe de France.
That was. I'm sorry, you call me biased, but that throw was amazing. That pre-setup was just clean. That was as clean as that could be, and outing Glass through for this push will be quite an impact.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean,
next higher impact would have probably been outing the Ying. Sorry.
But absolutely, I mean, it looks like Envy. You know, not only did they learn that Barking Teller hold from the French, they also learned that spot. I mean, they probably knew it. They are pro players. They are way better than me or you. But you know, sometimes you might know of the spot, but you might not remember it all the time. Definitely. We already have Red Sun going down. Hysterics took him down. And his 5v3 is going to be very difficult. Array takes one down, goes for the second. Hajime does actually trade him out. He's down to about 25 HP though. It's not looking good at all for Xavier.
Definitely, and I think to actually push in. Producer will be outing Hysterics from the equation, who was sitting around the workshop area. There's the kill from Luna Metal from above. And Producer will be taking down River. Now a 2v1 situation. Producer is still on full health. As no, Luna Metal misses his C4. But now, oh my lord! He only catches Luna Metal's head. So Luna Metal will be taking the better of Producer.
I thought Producer had it. Producer saw him first. But yeah, look at that.
Nonetheless, a match point, I believe. Yes, it is a match point.
Match point, series point, APAC land point.
APAC land point as well. So this will be the decider. Can Xavier clutch this out? Hysterics on 11 kills so far. The Jaeger plays are nuts, and Array is following up with 7 kills. Envy is seeming to be prepared for this one way more than they seemed on the Clubhouse, actually, to me.
Yeah. Maybe, you know, Clubhouse, they had some latent strategies. You know, once you are a team that is so good at one map, and then a lot of those map aspects have been changed, it's very hard to change your own mindset as well, because you keep on thinking, what if I do this? You know, you always, even though you know, logically, a lot of it has changed, this might not work this time, you still have that subconscious feeling that it's gonna work, and when you try that, sometimes it doesn't come off.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Ooh, Producer Boom?
Definitely.
Blitz? No, Monty.
Monty. Ooh. Spicy. Spicy. I like it.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by...
Nonetheless, ventilation, room, and workshop. Could this be the one, Ewok? Could this be the final round, or will Xavier go for the comeback trade?
No, I think Xavier's gonna take this round. This specific round is gonna be Xavier.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Actually,
they're too good to let this go so easily. 6-2? No, not a 6-2. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay, yeah. I would agree with you. I would agree with you that Xavier are not gonna let this go that easily, although they might start to get a bit desperate after a very close loss. on Clubhouse, which seemed that the comeback
Attackers
trend was
have recovered
happening.
their diffuser. Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
It might have demoralized them, but I think that it's not about the demoralization at this point. It's just about how can they read the opponent.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of few people, you know, who might not be following the Southeast Asian scene that closely, you might be thinking, hey, if Envy can be taken and pushed so hard by this random no-name team that came out of Changji, they must be bad. No, I would disagree with you very heavily. Envy has never been stronger than they are with this lineup, and I really loves his suppressors, doesn't he?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
yeah.
you remember me saying before, even like discussing prior to the match, when Envy just announced that they picked up Array, that I was saying that it's going to be a disadvantage for Envy, that there's going to be a clash of authority, and from there there's just going to be a problem for them to go for the micromanagement. But it seems that it's working out very, very well for them. Array just being a very an excellent addition for the team.
Yeah, this is working well, and the credit has to go to Xavier. It's not that Envy is off their game or, you know, Envy are weak.
No.
Xavier are that good. Okay, they are technically, you know, no names in that before Season 7, no one had heard of them, and if you were outside of APAC, you wouldn't have heard of them until probably today. So you probably don't know these guys as well as I do, and I'm telling you, these guys... Oh, what a C4 thrown behind Producer Boom, and it's gonna get him, and his Lunar Metal really wants to go for that second peek. He's gonna take out the shotgun, take down the thermite, he's gonna down the
double kill!
triple!
Goes for the triple kill!
No way! This is it!
Oh my lord!
You are right,
Oh my God.
Cthulhu, you are right. They got so desperate. Facing a 6-2, they, you know, this is the experience that Envy has, that, you know, teams like even Arrow now has, Norango, all these teams, they have this experience having played Pro League for so long. But this is the first time Xavier is experiencing anything at this level. Such a tough game, first time ever for them.
Such an amazing play. That triple